Okay, we are ready for a little yoga this evening. Looking good. We've got some light. It's starting to get a little darker here at 6 o'clock in the evening. Of course, it's pretty cloudy as well. So just adding a little extra light to my room, which is helpful so you can see me. We're going to do a little yoga. Good evening, Marie. Hi. Thanks for joining me this morning. That was fun out at the beach. Now I'm home again. Monday. Happy Monday. So we need some yoga this evening. It's been a whole weekend. It was a good weekend, but now it's time to get back to it. Do a little bit of what we need in our life. So let's get to it. Don't need these spectacles. I'm going to start seated this evening. Get settled. It's getting a little chillier too. I got my socks on. Stay warm until we get warmed up. Yeah, hips, spine, shoulders. Oh, good evening, Colleen. She's joining us this evening too. And whoever else is out there that you may be coming in from your email with a link. You may be coming in from Facebook. But good evening all, and thank you for joining me this evening. We're going to get some evening yoga. Take a little time with our breathing here at the beginning. So just take your time to settle your body, quiet your mind. That's the important thing, is to start with your mind and just start to quiet things down, the chatter. And the best way for us to do that, for some people it's really, really hard to quiet the chatter. So the best way to do that is to focus in on your breathing. And let everything else go for now. Let everything else go this evening. And just focusing on and aware of your breathing. So always remember, if you have questions, comments, please send me a little comment in the comments section, or if you're coming in by email, you can always email me or message me on just the phone number. Send a little text message, however you would like to contact me, but I always appreciate that. So yeah, please, if you have anything that you would like to get a response or even just a hello. Taking some time here to settle, get the head nicely balanced right over the spine, get the shoulders balanced over the ribs over the hips. That gentle rhythm. Find your rhythm. What is it? If it's maybe a shorter, slower breath or quicker breath, that's fine, but just let it come. Taking our first few minutes here to meditate, work on some breath. So before we get too deep into it, I just wanted to mention a couple of things that are not related to yoga, but have been coming up for me. And I've been having dreams about losing my shoes and being like, in the dream, like, where are my shoes? So I don't know, maybe somebody knows what that means, when you lose your shoes. Maybe it's something about your path or where you're going in life, but it's happened a couple of times. Last night I was like, where are my shoes? Maybe I just have a thing about shoes, but I thought that was funny, so I wanted to share that. Yeah, dreaming about no shoes, shoeless. Back to our breathing. We'll start to just move through the neck a little bit as we're breathing. Just easy side, ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Take your time. And we'll go chin to chest. Some length up the back of the neck. And then release the shoulders. We'll take a little roll down into the lap. And then drawing the belly in, rolling up, lift the spine, reset the shoulders. And we'll come up the side. Inhale. Again, taking your time. Inhale, let's roll and circle it around to the front and roll it up. So up over the top, circle around to the front and rolling up. So again, inhale and around, reach and roll. Inhale and around and up. And we'll reset the shoulder. Inhale, reach. Interlace the fingers, push those palms, press. So opening up the palm, the wrist. And we'll come forward. rolling it up. If you want to lean back, you can, if your legs are crossed, you can switch it. And we'll do it again. Inhale up, interlace and press. Draw the elbows in and back, pressing through the palms and the wrist and coming forward. Rolling it right up and set. We got one more. Inhale, press, lift, coming forward. Staying low, reaching around to one side. And staying low, reaching around to the other side. Back to center. Come on up. Set the shoulders. Let's take the arms around the back. Lift the chest. Just to open up the heart. Take a big breath in. Expand through the ribs. And release. Let's come into our flat back. We'll go for that hands and knees position. Pressing the palms, lift the belly, lengthen across the shins so that your feet and your heels, I tend to end up tucking my toes in, so I'm going to try and keep it a little more in line. Inhale to cow, exhale to cat. Kitty, what's going on, kitty? You were sleeping so nicely. What? Think you need something? Because I'm doing the cat pose. That's why. It feels good. Okay, center it off. We got enough of our cat-cow. We got the spine starting to loosen up. Let's go ahead and do child's pose. Gonna miss my kitty when I'm gone, huh? Crazy kitty. A little reach under one shoulder. Look down the arm. And we'll draw it out, a little reach under the other arm. Look down that arm. And draw it out. Both arms extend. Come on up. A little modified plank. And just hold it for a moment. You can go fist for wrists. And then we're just going to bend the elbows in towards the ribs a little bit and then push right back up. Press back, child's pose. And coming up, a modified plank. Keep those hips in line, elbows in, lowering down halfway and pushing back up. Open up the palms. Let's tuck the toes here. We'll come into down dog. A little pedal push. Ankles, calves, right up over the Achilles tendon. Feel that little bit of stretch. And we'll walk it up to the front, easy forward fold. Legs, stretch those legs out. We're just going to take a little walk through the hips. So straightening one leg, bend the other, switch, bend and straighten, and switch. And again. And we'll soften the knees, roll it right up. Get a nice tall spine. Inhale. Dive down. Monkey. Stepping back, down dog. Let's take a little plank. And then lifting the back of the head, the back of the neck. We'll lift the hips, push right back to down dog. Working through the feet again. Drop the knees, drop the elbows. And then just tucking the toes. We'll back up into our dolphin. Walk the toes towards the elbows just for a moment. Lifting the hips. And then walk the feet back. Pressing the heels. And walk those feet up towards the elbows. Lift the hips. And walking the feet back. Press the heels. Knees drop. Child's pose. Coming right back up to our down dog. Tuck the toes. Stepping through. Forward fold. Inhale to monkey. Chair. Big inhale, reach. Little baby back bend, dive. Monkey, chair, and up. Reach, a little back bend and dive. Let's get one more. So monkey, chair, and up. We'll bring the palms in this time. Heels. Let those heels drop. Come into chair. Folding forward. Head released. One leg extends out the back. A little balance. One leg. Extend. We'll bring it in. We're going to switch. Extend. Head reaching towards your toes. As the leg reaches up, we're going to switch. Giving the hips some time to really lengthen, open. One more switch. Lift, lengthen, and we'll step together, bringing the hips down into a little squat. Monkey, lift the chin, open up the arms, and we'll come all the way up, reach, a little back bend, palms coming in, around the back, open, chest, pressing the hips forward a little bit here, but glutes are super tight. Recover, chest expansion, easy over. You can always use a strap here. Create a little space between the arms, the shoulders. Release those arms all the way down. Monkey, stepping back. Down dog. Planking. Take a moment in your plank again, lifting the back of the neck, back of the head, as well as keeping the hips in line. We'll bring the chest down this time. Belly, chest, cobra. Squeeze your elbows back. Exhale down. Inhaling up. Squeeze those elbows back. Exhale down. One more cobra. Just keeping it moving. And then we'll tuck the toes. Big push. Right back to down dog. One leg reaching up. Lift the knee. We'll let that leg swing through. Take a step to the front. Both feet forward fold. Monkey, chair, and up. Big reach. Dive right back down. Full fold. Lift the chin to monkey. We'll let the hips drop. Open up the arms. Inhale, reach. Little back bend. Press the arms around the back. Interlace for a little back bend. Again, pressing the hips forward. Keep your abs tight. Recover. Chest expansion. With or without a strap here. Full rotation in the shoulder as far as you would like to go. And we'll release the arms, lift the chin, stepping back. Down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale down. Cobra up. Squeeze those elbows, tuck the toes, big push. Down dog. Other leg reaching up, just a little lift of the knee. We'll let it swing through. Take a step. Both feet to the front, forward fold. Monkey, chair, and up. Palms coming in here. And we'll take that moment just to stretch the legs straight. Lift the heels. Make the floor squeak. Squeaky floor. Ee-ee. And then up on the toes, extended balance, reach. So fingertips, I can touch the ceiling. My fingertips helping me cheat on my balance. Oh yeah. And then heels drop, swan dive, slow. Let it all go. Head released. Just taking a moment here, letting the blood come down around the face and the brain. And we'll lift the chin. Nice strong monkey pose, pulling the knees back just a tiny bit more. Scoop out the belly. And then we'll let the knees bend, drop the hips right down towards your heels into a squat. Open up the arms. Inhale, reach. And bring it in. Soft eyes. And we'll take it right back up. So inhale, up, dive, monkey, down dog, plank, chest coming down, cobra up, tuck the toes, big push right back, one leg reaching up, extend and lift. Getting a little more this time, a little more lift from the back knee and a little more press through that supporting heel. Let the legs swing through, take a step. We're going to drop the heel. Come on up. Check your stance. Warrior stance. Let's do a triangle. Reach. Tip it over. Take a little time in our triangle this evening. So shoulder to shoulder, fingertips to fingertips. And we'll let the arm drop right by the ear, extended triangle. So keeping that length from the hip to the shoulder, up through the ribs. And then from here, let the shoulder drop. We're going to come down, bend the front knee, back heel comes up. Long lunge. Take your time here, a moment to let the hips sink. Yeah, I can feel like where my hamstring comes across in the back here is a little tight. So whether the knee goes out to the side or you keep the knee right underneath of you, which makes a difference. So trying to keep the knee underneath of you a little more, not too much out to the side. We're going to step back, down dog. Take a moment. Inhale to plank, bringing the chest down, let the belly rest for a moment, forehead rest. Stretch through the legs, keeping your glutes firm. Slow cobra coming up this time. So press into the ribs, the elbows, and then the palms, the fingertips, and the finger balls, finger buds, where the fingers come out of your palm. I forget what that's called. Finger ball. Release. Let your forehead rest. A little roll across the forehead. We'll draw the hands back. We're going to tuck the toes, push all the way back to down dog. A moment in our down dog, then the other leg reaching up. So again, lifting the knee a little bit more on this side, letting the heel of the supporting foot press a little bit more. And then swing, take that step, drop the heel in the back. Come on up. And then just check our stance. Triangle on this side, so knee, reach, tip it over, a little support right where you need it. Very open. Trying to draw the head and the shoulders back a little bit. And then letting that arm come down, extended triangle if you want it. Trying to open the shoulder, arm. So from the leg, that back leg up over the hip through the ribs, shoulder, right to the fingertips. And then we'll let the shoulder drop. Bend the front knee, back heel comes up. Sink in here. Again, that knee not too much out to the side. I mean, you can try it out. Just see how that hamstring comes across the hip and the femur, or this big leg bone. It kind of comes up and across. So trying to keep it more underneath of you. Taking that moment to let the hips sink, and then we will step back, down dog. We're going to let the knees drop. Child's pose, press. Taking the hands all the way down by the feet. Palms up. And then just lifting the hands so that you're bending at the wrist. We'll take the arms right out to the sides. So straight out from the shoulder. And then just a little lift of the palm, press into your fingertips for a moment. Each finger taking a little bit of weight of the hand and the arm. And then relax your hands. Lengthen down the arm as much as you can so you feel a little stretch across the bicep, the elbow. We'll pull the belly in, roll it up, sit back towards the heels for a moment. Little shoulder roll. Just giving the feet and the shins a little time to stretch here. If this is not a typical, this is not one of the poses that you usually use, we'll just let it stretch. Inhale up. Open it up to the side. Hand to opposite knee. We'll take a little look back. So really open up your eyes. Inhale up and side, a little look back. Inhale up and side. And inhale and side. Back to the front. Come right out, hands, toe ball or finger balls, the balls of your finger. Sounds funny. The balls of your feet and the balls of your hands. Right? One leg reaching up. Extend, reach. Open up the hip. Let that leg swing through. Take a step. Drop the heel. Come on up. We'll take warrior 2 this time. So working a little more depth in your warrior 2. Trying to get your hips to sink down. Working a little more through that front thigh. So keep the legs nice and strong. We're going to exhale, reach. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, extended angle, reach. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep those legs, one more, extend. Inhale, sweep. And then cartwheel all the way down. Lift the back heel, sink in, stepping back, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down, cobra up. Tuck the toes, down dog, press, other leg reaching up. Lift the knee. Push that heel down. We'll let it swing through. Take a step, drop the heel in the back. Come on up. Warrior 2. And again, working a little more depth. And then exhale, reach. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale, reach. And cartwheel down. Long lunge. Stepping back. Down dog. Press into the fingers. The toes. We'll let the knees drop. Child's pose. Hands way down by your feet. Take a nice big full breath. Let it all out. Again, big cleansing breath. And we'll roll it up, sitting back towards the heels. Let the heels press out towards the sides of the hips a little more if you can. Looking good. Come on up over the knees. Squeeze those glutes. Working a little bit of our camel, which is always good for our back, because we're really squeezing the glutes as tight as we can, letting the shoulders drop back. It's also good for our posture, breathing. Squeeze them tight, 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 tight in those glutes, even tighter as we come up, and then we'll step through. Bring the palms in. We'll do just a little bit of our crescent moon. Speaking of which, if the sky was clear, there would just be a tiny sliver. We're so close to a new moon right now. Or maybe it already passed and we're on the other side. It's a little sliver. That's probably more what I saw. That we already passed a new moon, because it is like the 19th. Push those hips back. Working the other side, our crescent. Letting the hips sink. Arms coming up. And we'll bring it in, push those hips back. We're going to bring the knees around, so knees fairly close together, and then working into our gate pose. That hip on that side with the leg extended, just be easy. We'll release it, bring it in, other side. Foot planted, arms, tip it over. Yeah, I tend to let my head go a little too much when I do that side bend. So you just be careful, because I end up letting my head go. But you can keep it right in line with the spine. We'll bring it in. Pushing back into our child's pose. Bring those arms back down by the feet. Let the forehead rest. We're going to take a moment here to really concentrate and draw in through the pelvic floor. And then rolling right back up. Take a moment in your seated position if you need a block here, some support, and we'll work a little mula bandha. So lifting the pelvic floor, lifting all those deeper lower internal muscles from the root chakra. You can soften the eyes. We're just going to work our breath. So pushing all the air out. Holding the air out, create a little vacuum through the internal organs, through the diaphragm. Inhale and And then again, push all the air out. Inhale. Exhale it all out. Push. Couple more. Last one. And then just some relaxed breathing. Nice. And we're ready to move on. So we're going to go from here, come out to a flat back, tuck the toes right into our down dog, walk those feet up to the front, rolling right up, and we'll come up to standing position. Coming into your tree. Now you can just start with a little tree here. You can open it up. And then once you get settled, if you want to move into a half lotus, drawing that ankle, heel, and the foot up towards your hip a little more, letting the knee drop down. So really getting stable on that supporting leg before you attempt the half lotus. And some people can just, their leg just stays there. I have to hang on to my foot because my hips are a little tighter. So I hang on to my foot as much as I can gently, or you can use a strap here as well around the foot, which will give you a little more room. So the foot can be lower on the thigh. And then just opening the chest, I reach around and grab my arm behind me to kind of settle the posture. So you do the best that you can do. That's what it's all about. You're just working at your level. And then we'll release it, maybe coming back to tree for a moment, bringing it in. And then other side. So tree, and you can open, just settle yourself for a breath or two. When you're ready, bringing that heel up towards the hip. Toes are cold. 4 little cold toes. So each side, again, is different depending on the hip. Let it open. And then that release, you can come back to your tree, bringing it down and release. Let's open up the feet. Release the arms, a little helicopter. Little look behind as you come around, and then just let the arms slow. Nice, let's bring it in. And we'll take a big inhale, reach, extend, diving down, flat back. Release the head, fold, monkey. Walk those feet back to down dog. Gently pressing the heels back in your down dog, scooping out the belly, tip the tailbone, stretch through the arms. Pressing into the balls of the hand, your hand balls. Knees come down. Come on out to the front and we'll bring the legs around. I'm going to put my socks back on. Keep my toes warm. A little seated forward fold. And then rolling it up, we'll take it down. Walk your feet in a little bit before you start to roll down. And we'll draw the knees in. Hands on the kneecaps. Time to make some circles. Just start to soften the body. Slow the heart rate. We'll let one leg go, hang on to the other knee. And then we'll bring that knee in and switch. Extend the other leg, reach. And then both feet right underneath of your bottom, hands down by the hips. Press the hips up into a little bridge. Just getting some lift as high as you want to go. Tuck the shoulders underneath. So working a little more through the shoulders and the back. Backs of the legs. Glutes are tight and the knees are drawing in towards each other, not splaying out. We want to keep a little energy between the thighs. Really feeling your feet into the floor. Some strength, some energy. from the feet. And then open it up, let the spine slowly roll down to the tailbone. Now you can do that one again, or even a couple of times if you want, doing your bridge, or if you'd like to do a little shoulder stand here, bringing the hips up, getting some support under the hips with your elbows and your hands. Or if you're lucky you got a wall you can work off of, walking your feet up the wall. So getting your hips right up against the wall, walking your feet up, doing a little wall shoulder stand. Or if you'd like to let the knees drop down towards your ears, a little bit more of spider or a plow. If you're feeling like you want to go farther, just make sure that your shoulders are supporting. Shoulders are holding you up, not so much your neck. Shoulders, forearms, elbows. And just trying to be aware of how you're feeling, the blood pressure, the pressure around the eyes. And we won't stay too long. Using your core to slowly come down. Get your spine back on the floor. And making sure your neck is loose. So just an easy roll across the back of the skull. Light and loose. Just letting your body, the pressure of where the blood is in the body, let that regulate and normalize. We can do some little bit of windshield wiper with the knees, just easy side. Coming back to center. If you want to take some time here for your Savasana, just that time to let everything go, no tension, no distraction. So like a lying meditation, your focus is on your breathing. The body is completely relaxed. Couple of big full breaths, fill up the lungs, fill up the belly. One more. And we'll take a little roll to one side. Pressing back up to seated. Comfortably seated position. And we'll bring the palms in, heart center. Giving thanks. Gratitude, so much gratitude. Thank you for joining me. Peace. Namaste. Nicely done. So I encourage you after your practice, if you would like to just stay and just breathe and do a little meditation, now is the best time to do that. If you have that time, whether it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you have. It's always good to take a little extra time. Yoga prepares the body for meditation, so it helps you be able to work your meditation a little longer, a little better, a little easier. So I strongly encourage that. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Lovely. Bye for now.